Dear students, as promised, I am here with a video on linear equations in two variables. They have asked us a question to solve the two equations 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0, 4x minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. The standard form of a pair of linear equations in the same two variables will be a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. If we take a quadrilateral, here I am choosing a square. In a square, if I join the left hand side top and the right hand side bottom, I get a diagonal. And this diagonal is called as the principal diagonal. And if I join the left hand side bottom with the right hand side top, I will get the second diagonal, and that is called as the secondary diagonal. How is that geometry is creeping into algebra? Just watch. We can solve these two linear equations in two variables by using cross multiplication method, substitution method, and also elimination method. And of course, we can solve them graphically as well. First, we will choose the cross multiplication method. Cross multiplication method. In this method, I am not going in detail to the theoretical part. I am just helping you solve the two equations. The variables that we have are x and y, and they are called as linear equations because the degree of the variable x and the degree of the variable y is 1. And wherever I don't have the coefficients, I will insert the coefficient. The coefficient of y in equation 1 is 1. Okay. Now, first I will write the first variable x, then I'll divide it by some value. What value? I'll tell you. This will be one fractional term. The second variable is y. That also is divided by a value. What value? I will tell you. And the second fraction also is equal to one more fractional part that I consider it as a constant, and that is divided by some terms, some value. How we write the value, I am telling you now. There are three fractional terms here. And for the second one, the one which is at the middle, at the center, I will insert a negative sign. I am not going in detail with the theoretical part. Now, what do I fill under x, or the first variable? You will have to write down the equations in the standard form. And what is the standard form? a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. All terms transferred to one side, and that is equated to 0. And the two equations are written one below the other. To write the value below x, what you are supposed to do is mentally imagine that x terms in the two equations are non-existent, and whatever is left there, you will have the y terms left and the constant. It appears to be a square. Now write the product of the principal diagonal. From that, subtract the product of the secondary diagonal. The variables will be left as it is. Only the coefficients are taken for the product. So you'll have 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 6 is plus 12. Then comes what we are supposed to write under y. Mentally imagine that the y terms are non-existent. You have x and the constants. It again appears to be a square. Multiply the principal diagonal elements, that is 2 and minus 4. If you multiply, you'll get minus 8. And the secondary diagonal elements 4 and minus 6 will give you minus 24. And what I write below the constant, mentally erase or forget that the constants are non-existent. Now you'll have only the x and y terms. Again, imagine it to be a square. Multiply the principal diagonal elements, 2 and minus 2. That will give you minus 4. From that, you subtract the secondary diagonal elements, that is 4 and 1. The product will be 4. If I simplify, x divided by minus 4 minus 12, that is equal to minus y divided by minus 8, minus of minus is plus 24, that is equal to 1 divided by minus 4 minus 4. I am removing the brackets. So I will get x divided by minus 4 and minus 12 will give me minus 16. That is equal to minus y divided by minus 8 plus 24 is plus 16. That is equal to 1 divided by minus 4 and minus 4 is minus 8. When you have the same signs, keep the same sign and add the numbers. You have three fractional quantities which are equal to each other. Equate the first and the last to get the value of x. X divided by minus 16 is equal to 1 divided by minus 8. The first and the last are equated. To get the y value, equate the second and the last. Minus y by 16 is equal to 1 by minus 8. So, x will be equal to, if you transfer minus 16 to the other side, minus 16 divided by minus 8, and minus y is equal to, transferring the 16 to the other side, 16 divided by minus 8. Therefore, I get x is equal to This fraction minus 16 by minus 8 will give me plus 2, and minus y is equal to 16 by minus 8 will give me minus 2. Therefore, I have x is equal to 2 and minus y is equal to minus 2 if I multiply both the sides by a negative sign or change the negative sign of y and the right hand side. I will get plus y is equal to plus 2. Therefore, the two values that I get are x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2. So, I have solved the linear equations in two variables, the pair of linear equations in two variables by using cross multiplication method.